Look at this guy. Dude. Oh, so good. So good. Welcome back to Luis TV. That's the Dairy Queen where my sister used to work. And here is a house that I used to live in for a long time. Oh my god, it's really run down now. Wow, it's good to see it again, I guess. I still remember the address for that house. That is 2221 Elm Road. Wow, this is definitely the Blast from the Past tour. And that cozy kitchen right there, I used to have a job there briefly for like a year when I was in high school, and it was called Stefano's Diner back then. Wow. Yeah, it's quite the weather. Stopped to put gas and slash shelter from the rain, and it looks like it stopped. That's kind of cool. Good timing. All right, let's get back on the road. Good thing it stopped raining. This is much better. One more stop. Well, actually, I think this might be the last stop for the day. This is Sue Schaefer's house. You've already met Sue. I'm actually here, well, besides to see Sue, I want to say hello to Sue's husband, Ed, because he is the man responsible for sparking the love of motorcycles in me. Thank you, Ed. All right, let's go meet Ed. Look at this guy. Dude. Oh, so good. So good. I just want to make sure people know. This is the guy that sparked the love of motorcycles in me.
And that seed took root.
Yeah, and that seed definitely took root. When I was just out of high school, he took me on a ride on his VMAX, and I was just like, dude, this is so cool. And him and Sue both ride, and every once in a while I would see Sue riding her motorcycle, and I see him, and he finally took me on a ride, and I was just like,
You were hooked.
I gotta do this someday. So here's another story. When I was in college, I was flat broke. He took me to see a used motorcycle to buy. And I don't remember, I think it was like a CB 350 or something. It was $500, super cheap. It was a really good condition. If I remember correctly, the only thing, the electric starter wasn't working, and it was just kick only. Yeah. I couldn't kick it over, and I felt all embarrassed. And then ultimately, I didn't have $500 to spend on a motorcycle, and I never got it. But he definitely tried to get me into motorcycling back in the 90s.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And then, of course, I finished college. I moved to Santa Fe, and I bought a bunch of bikes. Show me your stable now.
It hasn't changed too much lately. So at 16.
Only 16, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that thing over there? Oh, that's the one
Hornet.
you got from that estate sale.
Yeah, it's a 67 Hornet. The other one I bought at that estate sale I got over there, that's a little Sears Allstate Galera.
A Sears bike. Look at this. This is just a gem.
Back in the day, Sears sold motorcycles, cars. You could even buy a house at Sears.
A Sears house.
A house kit.
Wow.
They would ship it to your nearest railroad spur, and you would have like a week or 2 weeks to unload it
and build
haul it to your place and build it. It runs, but it doesn't idle. I don't know why it won't idle.
So this is the most fantastic garage. Every time I come in here, I'm always like, "Ooh, what's that? What's that? What's that?" And, oh, and look at this old tractors that he has.
I'm going to turn one of these into a motorcycle.
So Ed is such a hardcore motorcyclist. He doesn't stop in the winter. You ride in 20-degree weather, don't you?
20 below.
20 below!
12 below is my coldest check-in for the winter warrior, but I've been out in 20 below.
This guy, he don't care what the weather's like. He's just on his bike all the time.
Yeah, the one check-in, it took me 45 minutes to go 3 miles, but and I was the only guy that checked in that day.
Just dragging your feet the whole way.
Yeah, the whole way. There was like deep snow.
Oh my God, you made it
probably
in deep
2
snow.
feet of snow that was just fresh falling on the road. They hadn't plowed it yet.
Man, I gotta come out here one winter and just do a video on you riding in the winter.
Well, I had a guy in his pickup truck stop and take my picture.
Look at this gem.
They weren't street legal bikes. They were essentially a desert racer. The guy bought it and he customized it after about a year. Harness didn't look like this.
Yeah, okay. Squeeze it right through here. I want to see it from the front. Look at that. It's like, we want to see what poison ivy looks like. He's taking me to one of the trees in his yard that has a bunch of ivy growing on it that's poisonous. If you touch it, what happens to your skin?
Nothing happens to my skin.
Oh, you're immune to it.
But this is poison ivy. It has like 3 leaf things together and they're kind of dark colored.
Wow, so that right there is poison ivy, in case anybody ever was curious. Well, you learn something new every day. All right, let's go home now. It's funny because he rides all year long, whether it's snowing or not snowing or like in any temperature. And sometimes I post videos where I'm complaining about the cold, but it's only like 30 degrees. Ed laughs at me. He's like, 32 degrees? That's not cold. I rode in 30 below. I'm not as brave as he is.